then?
Yeah.
So until now we were learning the strong verbs. Now we have the weak verbs. So this one which we have on this board right now is a weak verb, okay? The crowd. We just jumped a little ahead of our class. We're going to start learning the weak words. So the weak verbs are classified as under the heads pe noon, pe aleph, pe yod, a aleph, hollow or a vav, geminate or double a, lamat yod or lamat aleph. This is the pe-al form, you say, the ktal, right? Ktal or pe-al instead of pe, the pe-al. So now, in the place of this pe, we have noon. Verbs beginning with noon, they are known as pe noon verbs. The second one is pe aleph. So in the place of pe, those words that begin with aleph are known as pe aleph. Example on nafaq. Similarly, we have the peyod. Peyod means here in the place of pay we have yod. Example is yiteb. Right? You have that in the text. So there are 7 or 8 if you count the lomat yod and lomat aleph is different. It will be 8 in numbers. If the text counts it together, lamat yod, the last one, lamat yod means in the place of lomat here in pe'al we have a yod or aleph. Examples are khdi for the lamat yod and gbo for the lamat aleph. And crow is a verb of this kind. Crow, we learnt yesterday. It belongs to the lamat aleph group. So let's write the paradigm for this pe noon verb. have it in 196, page 196. Do you want me to write it down? It's there, it's completely there. Nifaq, nifqat. See that?
Yeah.
So nifaq is a third person masculine, singular. Next comes the nifqat, just like katalat.
Yeah.
It declines just like the strong verb. Nifaq, nifqat, nifaqt, nifaqt, nifqat. Nifaq with waw or nifaqun, nifaq with yod or nifaqain, nifaqtun, nifaqtain, similar, nifaqan. Now, when you come to the imperfect, you see a waw coming in between the pe and kof, just like nektul.
Yes.
Just see how it works. Khtal to nektul, right? Here we have 3 letters in the root. Nifaq also we have 3 letters. Here the imperfect of nifaq is nefuk. What is happening here? A noon is added to the khtal. Here also we are adding a noon, but what happens is this noon assimilates with this noon and we get only one noon. Otherwise, if we are following the same rule, it should be n, nef, kun, right? Nektul or nenfukun, right? It will be nen. Sorry, there's no noon. I wrote it wrong. Sorry. N, nen, fuk, right? This should be nenfuk. So this will coalesce together and we get nefuk. This is what is happening with the pe noon. See, I have this explanation here. Page 94. Pe noon verbs, the last section. As will have been already noticed in such words as at and madito, the letter noon shows a tendency to become assimilated to a following consonant when no vowel sound intervenes between the two. At and madito. The effect of this assimilation is to double the following letter as shown by the kushaya on the tav. In Penun verbs, the assimilation takes place in the payal, imperfect and infinitive and throughout the afal and the tafal. In these forms, the assimilated noon is not written at all. That's why one noon is disappearing. So we have the nefuk in the imperfect. Nefuk, tefuk, tefuk, tefkin, efuk. Rest are the same. We got another example here, nisab. Next column, nisbat. Similarly, nisabt, nisabt, nisbet, nisab with waw, nisab with yod, nisabtun, nisabten, nisaban, or nisabnan. Got it? Again, nisab. Here we don't have a waw inside that word. Okay. And another example, we have the nifal. There also we don't find a waw in between, right? Nefel, nesab, nesab, nefel, tefel. So I would highly recommend just try to memorize these types so you don't confuse it later when you get the verb nasab. Don't write the future or the imperfect as nesub, or for the nifal, neful is not correct. Instead it is nefel. Memorizing is the only technique. Now back to our text. We have two other irregular verbs. Netel, to give. That's the imperfect. The future is used only in the payal imperfect, where it takes the vowel a. Netel, tetel, tetel, tetelin, etel. And the infinitive metal. For other forms, a different verb yab is used. The past, for the past tense, we use yab. It is entirely different from netel.
So the nun disappears also in the infinitive. It's not mental.
It is metal.
Metal.
Yeah.
Without nun.
Lomad, or
Yeah. No. The nun is not.
Yeah. The nun assimilates here. That's why the tav becomes hardened.
Okay.
Mental. It is actually mental, but the nun assimilates with the tav like at. The pronoun at, you. Here we are completely not writing it, giving a hard pronunciation for the tav, metal. And the past tense is yab. Yab, yehbat, yabt, yabt, yehbet. Just like tal, the conjugation goes. So just remember that the past tense of netel is yab, or the future of yab is netel. And the verb slake is irregular in that it assimilates the lomat, just as penun verbs assimilates the noon. Thus, in the affected forms, it is conjugated in the same way. Imperfect is nasek. The lomat completely disappears. Nesak, sorry, Nesak, Tesak, Tesak. Got it? Slake meaning to go up. So when you go home, just try to write these down. That's the best way to learn. Try to write it without looking the text. And you can figure out as well as learn it thoroughly. Okay. What about looking the next chapter and then doing the exercises here in the class? The Pe Aleph.